cakes and swank, and we are talking movies. Before we get to the big one, that one being The Dark Knight Rises, because I'm sure my friend here is just eager to spout off about that. Let's start with something that's out to rent or buy now, and that's 21 Jump Street. What did you think of that one?
I thought it was great. I thought it was a lot funnier than I imagined. I had no expectations going in, but I thought Channing Tatum was great. I thought Jonah Hill was great. I I laughed a lot, and I wasn't expecting that.
Maybe I had too high of expectations, and maybe I'm getting too old because I kind of found the humor a wee bit immature, but I don't know. Wow, Ice Cube could not act either, huh? Seriously, what? How does that guy get movies? But anyway, yeah, I don't know. I thought they were really quick with the oral sex jokes and whatnot. I don't know. And I thought it was just kind of all overdone and a little bit over the top.
I will agree it was over the top in some places, um, but I think just the low expectations that I have of most comedies that come out these days. It just
So like any Will Ferrell movie, you just go in there, expecting it to be stupid, and then when you laugh, it's a plus.
yeah, absolutely.
Another one that's out to rent now that a lot of people maybe not know about is a little independent film called Goon. Stars Sean William Scott. He is a hockey enforcer. If you're not a hockey fan, an enforcer is the guy that gets in fights. He gets in fights with other players to protect the scorers, the star players. What did you think of that one, Swank?
I thought that one was alright. I thought Sean William Scott was great in it. I didn't realize he was supposed to be such a dumb guy, but I thought he played that off a lot better than he had used to. Sean William Scott in his other roles, but yeah, I thought all the fight scenes were great too. I thought they were just as violent as they needed to be.
Yeah, there was some blood there towards the end. When I started, I think it was late, and I really didn't have a lot of expectations going in. The case looked really flimsy because it's super low budget, but I was pleasantly surprised. I thought it was very good. It was funny. The whole tough guy stupid thing with SWS was really almost endearing. I enjoyed him very, very much. And just Jay Bruchel, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. He also stars in it and directed and wrote it, and I thought.
Oh, he directed it too.
I think he maybe directed it. I know he at least wrote it, but a hell of a debut for him. I thought it was a great movie. So.
And Liev Schreiber too.
Oh yeah, yeah. Liev Schreiber was amazing with the handlebar mustache and as a hockey fan myself, it was probably the only reason I watched the movie. I thought they did the game justice. They treated the fights not like it was just a goonish type of thing. I mean, they were fighting for reasons that people fight in hockey games, and I as a hockey fan appreciate that. Next talking point, Batman. I haven't seen it yet. My buddy here drove to the IMAX in Omaha to see it, so have the floor. I'm excited to see it. I know I'm always super hypercritical of the big summer blockbusters, but I am excited to see it. I just need to find the 3.5 hours in my week to see it. Go ahead.
Well, having said that, the 3.5 hours, which is only 2 hours and 45 minutes, flies by. And I think there's so much plot that's crammed into it that it allows for, I don't know, I was totally invested with it. I didn't find it boring at any points. I was just as excited at the beginning as I was, with a half an hour left. I almost didn't want it to end, because I feel like there was a lot more plot points that needed to be gone into a little bit more, because Christopher Nolan likes to cram way too much stuff into like all these Batman movies, Inception, all these ideas he wants to express, but
he apparently doesn't have the Peter Jackson 3-hour leash just yet, or
no. I think he wants to dive into a little bit more I can't express what kind of ideas he wants to get into. Well, let's see. I don't even know where to start without getting into spoiler territory.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, as what are fans of the comic book think of the movie?
I think they're going to enjoy what they see. I have a lot of friends who are into, Nightfall and the other comics, and what they have said is they loved it. They follow the night. I know they follow the Nightfall comic really well. The No Man's Land, I guess they follow pretty well. But comic book fans, I feel like they were in for a treat. So a lot of people think that I don't know, it wasn't satisfying or they were disappointed. I just don't know if they had way too high of expectations. I mean, I had high expectations as well, but it exceeded my expectations. So I don't know.
Speaking of comic book fans, I'm not a huge comic book fan. I mean, I was as a kid younger, but I can't get into these new comic book movies. I just think they're cheesy. I mean, I haven't seen the newer ones like Avengers or The Amazing Spider-Man, but I didn't even make it through X-Men, the New Class, or well, the X-Men Wolverine Origins was Die Hard 7. I mean, they just seem to be way too much. I did appreciate the Batmans because I think they kind of really captured the essence of Batman. They keep they've been on the darker side, which I can appreciate because you don't want obviously comic books are loud and they got big words like zoinks and ouch and kerplank or whatever, but the Batman really seems to translate a lot better. What do you think about that? I mean, as far as comic book movies as a whole here in the last 10 years.
I would definitely agree with that. The newer Batman movies are more for adults. I can appreciate that. Um, where the Avengers, Spider-Man, First Class, they've got some cheese to them. They're more family fun orientated.
I did like the third X-Men movie. I don't know, something about that I really liked. But yeah, not too many other newer ones I have enjoyed.
But I highly recommend The Dark Knight Rises. I can't wait to see it again. I'll probably see it a couple more times in the theater. I can't wait to see it again.
I will go. I promise. Probably in the next 2 weeks.